What's happening YouTube is more motivation reactions. So we are on our third part of the Dream Team documentary. If you're coming back, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. Make sure to share the video, like, comment below what things you liked and didn't like, what videos you want me to react to in the future, and furthermore, if you want to contact me in any way, program, things as such, everything is down in my description. And if you have any videos you want me to react to outside of documentaries and sports, you can also comment it down below. Without further ado, let's get into it.
The United States men's basketball team landed in Barcelona for the Olympics on July 24, 1992. In store was an experience unlike anything they or the sports world had ever seen.
The plane landed in Barcelona, helicopters flying over it.
We're thinking, wow, what is all the commotion? What happened? And then we figured out they were there for us.
That was the first time that we realized how popular and how enormous this thing was. I was like, guys, if we lose, it's going to be like the biggest upset in sports history.
Barkley was right. There was no margin for error. A reality the rest of the team openly accepted in their first press conference in Spain.
I know I'm really afraid to fail because I can't go back home if we don't win the gold. Even though from a little small place in Summerfield, those 250 people there said, I can't come back.
Wow.
Barkley,
That's
meanwhile,
crazy.
handled it.
That's crazy. You can't go back home if you lose. Woo. Imagine receiving that before I go out to play.
Endless barrage of questions as only he could.
How did you feel in 1972 when the Soviet Union beat the United States in that wild game?
Well, I had just flunked my entrance exam in the kindergarten, so that was the only thing.
Oh my God, this guy is a classic, man. Classic. Charles Barkley is love and hate. You know, you need people like him around because he's brutally honest and you just want to punch him in the head at the same time. But you need people like that around. People that are willing to break past your comfort zone type of thing. But he is the type you want to just give this to, for sure. But at the same time, he's hilarious at times.
You know, everybody that has ever been in front of a camera, we tend to not say certain things. Why don't they just take their ass whipping like...
That's so funny. Joey, he he put it accurately.
people and go home? Barkley says things that we would think about and never say. We're going to have a little revenge in our hearts for 72 and 88. David, well, he can't say that because he's a Christian, but
he said, man, you don't talk honestly enough to the media. You need to tell them what you're really thinking. I said, Charles, you talk too much to the media. You need to stop telling them everything you're thinking.
And when Charles was asked about the team's first opponent, his prediction was as honest as ever.
I don't know anything about Angola, but Angola's in trouble, I think.
Just moments ago, the Dream Team boarded the bus outside their hotel along the Ramblas. They're heading for their first matchup in Barcelona.
And he's exactly the same way on ESPN. Where is it? NBA TV or wherever it works right now. He's exactly the same way. Brutally honest. Either really supporting you or tears you down. There's no in between with this guy. No in between.
I can remember the first game, the real game, when we came out of the locker room and stepped on the court. And I finally said to myself, I can't believe this, I'm here.
At that point, we were in serious Olympic mode.
This actually may be the biggest mismatch of the entire Olympics. Barkley off a beautiful feed from Mullen, and he drew the foul. Magic wins. The U.S. with a 46-1 run.
I think everyone in the crowd is rooting for the United States.
6-1.
It was just a tremendous atmosphere because there was an appreciation for how great the U.S. players were.
After the first half, Barkley's pregame prediction appeared dead on. But in the second, Charles found some trouble.
I had the players in Angola who play against South Barkley. They told us there's no a kid, a fat boy, is many aggressive in the paint.
Rebound Barkley. Rebound Barkley. And he's fouled and shoves David Diaz. Well, Charles getting a bit aggressive.
I thought they were playing dirty. And I told old boy, I don't even know if he understood. I said, hey, man, ease up on the elbow.
Barkley from Pippen.
I let it go twice.
You can see the frustration with Barkley.
And the next time, I just cracked it.
Barkley from Pippen. And a technical foul has been called on Barkley.
He's that type. He is that type. It didn't matter if it was Shaq, Mutombo, anybody bigger than him, he was gonna fight back. Like, he was just that type of dude. Didn't take shit.
Day, Charles claims the guy elbowed him 3 times. I said, Charles, you're full of crap.
No, it's not true. I didn't elbow Barkley before the incident.
People always say, turn the other cheek. If you turn the other cheek, I'm gonna hit you another cheek too.
I thought, what are you doing, Charles? The guy is half your size, but Charles is an equal opportunity abuser.
Erlander Codimbra did not think it was a friendly elbow.
That's the same guy that just asked for an autograph, Charles. I mean, you think he's not intimidated?
I think he's acting like a bully, but maybe it's from his personality.
The United States has defeated Angola by the score of 116 to 48.
That's crazy. How did you just score 48 points in the whole game? Holy crap. I don't care how good the United States is. If you're a team and you can only score 48 points, and it's a national team, oof, I got some concerns. I don't care how good your opponent is. You're scoring just 48 or 46, whatever number it is, below 50. Sheesh.
Proud, but afterwards, the result was overshadowed by the controversy.
Well stood the elbow.
Well, he hit me, I hit him. That's the way it is.
Charles made you look like the ugly Americans, which we were trying not to do.
We said to Charles, look, man, you're a reflection of all of us. So if you do it, they're not going to write the article that Charles Barkley did. They're going to say the dream team.
Barkley had stained a dream debut for the Americans. But in their next game against Croatia, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan grabbed the spotlight, with the focus on their matchup with one of Europe's best players, Tony Kukoc.
Major storyline that carries into this game involves Tony Kukoc, second-round pick of the Chicago Bulls back in 1989. The Bulls made a strong push to sign him last season.
At that time, general managers in the league were trying to come up with gems, make their discoveries overseas. And Krause thought this guy could play in the NBA.
While Jordan and Pippen had been winning back-to-back titles, Chicago GM Jerry Krause.
I want to say one thing. This is totally unrelated to the Dream Team documentary, right? It's coming back to the player comparisons and how people like to always say, Jordan needed Pippen. Jordan never wanted that Pippen. Pippen carried Jordan. All the stupid things people want to say now. If you look at every all-time great, no matter at what point they won, they had other all-stars with them. The only one I can think of that didn't was Hakeem Olajuwon. Larry had many all-stars, Magic had many all-stars, Kobe had many all-stars, Shaq had many, Isaiah Thomas. The list goes on. LeBron James especially. He played with like 6, 7 Hall of Famers. So for Jordan to play with just one his entire career and maximizing every opportunity he had. I'm not saying every year he won, but when he had the opportunity, he did. When we want to make comparisons, stop being like a crybaby. Stop picking points that support your argument. If you want to argue a certain point, be equal with every player. Just because you don't like a player, you can't discredit what the player did. You know what I mean? That's why for me, I'm happy. I'm not a direct fan of Jordan, direct fan of Bird, Magic, all those guys. I can judge blindly, and that's how you debate. You debate with facts. You don't debate with emotions. Every single player that went far in the NBA in history needed another All-Star. The only exception is Hakeem Olajuwon. So when people debate, stop saying he needed this player, he needed that player. Fact is, most of the players on the top 10 list had another All-Star, right? Some players had more. LeBron had more, Bird had more, Magic had more. To have somebody like Kareem and Worthy on your team, that's a big deal. To have someone like Shaq on your team, that's a big deal. To have McHale, all those guys on your team, that's a big deal. So let's not try to diminish what the player did because we're emotional and we want to support our favorite player, right? They're all great in their own right, and let's stop being unfair when we make comparisons. Let's look at facts only, no emotion, facts. Not because the player is tall, black, white, born in Chicago, born in LA, your favorite player on your favorite team, it doesn't matter. Facts always beat emotions. Alright? When I hear people argue, I'm like, dude, why do you speak about these facts here, but when I bring the same facts about another player, you suddenly diminish it? Like, it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's unrelated to this, but I just wanted to mention that.
So we were not playing against Tony Kukoc. We were playing against Jerry Krause in a Croatian uniform.
But unfortunately for the real Tony Kukoc, he was now the target of the world's two best defensive players.
Do you guys want me to react to this guy's highlights? Tony Kukoc or whatever his name is? Let me know if you want to see that. I don't know much about him. Apparently, he was drafted in the NBA. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody would care, but I'm just asking.
Going to guard him. No, I got it. No, I got it.
I'm looking at Michael and Scotty, and they're ready for, blood. Man.
We knew the world was going to be watching. We knew everyone wanted to see what Tony Kukoc was like, and we were going to give him the worst experience he ever had on the basketball court.
Pippen drew the initial assignment of shadowing Kukoc and harassed the Croatian from the opening whistle.
It was hard to run across the half court without a ball. And with the ball, it was just, here, somebody else get it.
Tony definitely wasn't getting a shot up, and he wasn't going to score.
Kukoc is nothing for 4, and he's contributed nothing.
We wanted to go guard him on the bench.
Kukoc is called for the offensive foul, and the pressure continues.
And after Pippen wore Kukoc down, it was Jordan's turn.
Kukoc, stolen by Jordan. He reads it better than anyone. Slam dunk.
Them dudes were all over him.
Here's a 3-on-2. Pippen.
I had questions from my teammates during the game, like, what is going on? Do you not see that they're really trying to get you off the court? And I'm like, so what? I guess that's how NBA game is played.
Pippen, Jordan, and the Americans cruised to another victory. This one by 38 points.
Wow.
But the domination had its detractors.
This team of All-Stars is almost too good. Is it a positive or a negative?
The question was now being asked, was the Dream Team too great for its own good?
That's a good question. You can be too good to the point you become too comfortable, right? You don't go to practice when you're supposed to. You don't do the extra stuff. You don't hustle. So in that aspect, being too good can be negative, but I don't know how this team was, obviously. That's why I'm watching this documentary. But That's a good question.
This team of All-Stars is almost too good. Some think that we should go back to the collegians. It's been too easy.
I think then we ought to ban the African runners from the 10,000 meters because they make it look so easy as well. This is about our best, and this is wonderful for the sport of basketball.
Irvin, there's been some comments that the Dream Team is getting all the attention, and there seems to be some resentment about it. Have you heard about it, and do you have any feelings about it?
Basically, we haven't heard about it. We're just here to do our job.
The media may have been looking for signs of a backlash. And in the world beyond, the embrace of the Dream Team was universal.
You're gonna stand out and root against Picasso? I mean, seriously. They rooted for genius at work.
I kept thinking that the attention would dissipate. They're going to play the first game. They're going to win by 60. People are going to go back and watch track.
Jordan in transition with a slam to give Team USA a 60-point lead.
It didn't. It kept building and building and building.
The U.S. with another trouncing 127-83.
Wow. One of the quotes I'm thinking about now, like as I'm watching this, is give somebody everything and see what they become. The reason I'm thinking about it right now is they're getting all the attention, all the flashes, all that stuff. So it's making me interested in what will happen throughout the rest of this documentary, right? How it will make them, Anyway, just a thought.
Workers were trying to get autographs. The security people were trying to get autographs. All the athletes were standing on side like a parade.
It is a 58-point lead.
People perceived us as being superheroes.
This was a blowout on the U.S. Men's Olympic team.
The guy on the bench is taking pictures, and I said, wow, we are having an effect over here.
Wrap around past the Mexico.
Easy victory in this their 5th game of the Olympics.
It was as if the President of the United States was in the midst of a caravan that was going through the streets.
It was like the Beatles, where there's thousands and thousands of people waiting all the time.
That was the most exhilarating 15 seconds of my life.
We're like, wow, this is amazing.
No one member of the Dream Team reveled in the Olympic experience more than Charles Barkley. After throwing the controversial elbow against Angola, Barkley had emerged as the team's most visible player.
Everybody always had the same question. How much of an ass is Charles Barkley?
Hey, Jack, when am I going to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated for this stuff? I should be on the Dream Team cover.
And then every time you'd go spend time with him, you'd just realize that he was the most enjoyable act, not only in all of sports, but possibly in all of pop culture.
Sometimes I dream that he is me. I just want to be like Chuck. Mike.
Right away, I told my editors, I said, well, the number one angle here is what is Charles doing?
And if you wanted the answer to that question, all you had to do was follow the crowds.
They're like, we don't want you guys out and about because we don't know how safe it is. And I'm like, dude, I'm at the Olympics. I'm not going to stay in my room the whole time.
So Barkley strolled Los Ramblas, a man of the people if ever there was one.
Man, I walked up and down the Ramblas every night, and the people were fantastic. They all wanted autographs and wanted to take pictures.
We could be inside the hotel. Soon we heard the big roar. We said, there go Charles.
Folks, thank you for coming back to part number 3. Stay tuned for part number 4 and 5. So it's looking like we have, give or take, 24 minutes left. Anyway, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Let me know what things you want to see me react to in the future. Let's be open-minded. I love sports. I love a lot of things. you know, food, sports, anime, anything, right? Be creative. Let me know what you want to see, and we will make it happen. I'll work hard in order to inspire you, motivate you, but at the same time provide good content. We will improve every opportunity. All right. God bless all of you. Like always, get better every day. Optimize yourself. I'll see you next video.